Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 6v6 custom match here on the most amazing Noxus map generator. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players. We'll start with Team 1 on the northwestern side of the map, and we'll end with Team 2 on the southeastern side of the map. Taking a look at Team 1's southwestern player first, we have in lightish red pink, it is a Zeros. He's playing as the Seraphim for this match as a 2300. He is the highest rated player on Team 1 and in the game overall. To his northeast, we have in Rust, it is Crazy Man 8888. He is a Cybran. He is a 1300. Moving on in that same direction, we have in Glow in the Dark Green, it is Viadam playing as a Cybran as well. He is a 1700. Looks like the reclaim is going to be pretty high this game. To his north, we have in Emerald Green, it is Iceball playing as a Cybran. He is a 1100. To his southwest, in Regal Purple, we have the Aeon of Mui. He is a 2100. And rounding off Team 1, we have in Royal Blue, it is Kareem as a UEF. He is a 1600. So for Team 1 side of the map, they have one UEF. Then they have 3 Cybrans, and then they have 1 Aeon, and then 1 Seraphim. So all the factions are represented on Team 1's side of the map. Taking a look at Team 2's northeastern player, then heading southwest, we have in Imperial Gray, it is Yoji playing as a Cybran. He is a 2100. He is the highest rated player on his team of Team 2. To his west in Chevy Crimson, we have the Cybran of Tesla Max. He is a 1600. In Blood Angel Red to his southwest, we have the UEF of Chaos Spire. He is a 1700. In Light Oak 10 to his south, we have as a Cybran Ryguys. He is a 1300. Moving on northeast, we have in Tropical Ocean Blue, it is Thurnus Haley playing as a Seraphim. He is a 1900. And then rounding off Team 2, we have in Orange Color Orange, his customary color, the Billy Nuke Ambassador himself. It is Ferv playing as a 1600 as a UEF. So for Team 2 side of the map, they have 2 UEF, then they have 2 Cybrans, and then they have 3 Cybrans, apologies, and then they have 1 Seraphim. So not all the factions are represented on Team 2 side of the map. They are missing out on the Aeon tech, but all the other factions are represented in the game, which means Team 1's Mui is the only Aeon in the game, just to make that a note to everybody. And for these 12 players on the map, we kind of already saw some of the reclaim on the map, but how much is it currently sitting at? 120,000 mass and reclaim, which makes my life super easy because there's 12 players, which makes it 10,000 mass per player, and it is pretty much bar the northeast and southwestern corners, just everywhere around the map. And there is still reclaim to be had over here and over here, but man, that's a lot of reclaim to have. Dang. We can already see players are scouring around the map, specifically the middle of the map, to get to that huge section of mass there, but it is just everywhere, which means number go up really quick, which means big, giant stuff usually happens sooner after that. Take a look at the additional mexes on the map. Where the mass in reclaim is a little bit lacking, there is a host of mexes over here and over here, so definitely players are going to be fighting over those for sure. There are a couple of sets of mexes easy to grab for these players. We do see twin mechs over there on Team 1 side of the map. There is another quad mex position there. I almost said 4-star mex position, which is the same thing. There's a 5-star mex position between a couple of bases for Team 1 there, and a couple of mexes dotted around as well. So there is lots of mass to be had. Did we already have Combicom action and I missed it? Oh, it looks like we had some possible Combicom action between Thurnus and Via, or even Ferb involved in that. But before everybody starts shooting at one and another more, let's take a look at their comm distributions. It's 2v2 in the north between Team 1's Iceball and Mori versus Team 2's Tesla and Yoji. In the middle, looks like it's a 1v2 in favor for Team 2 with Via versus Thurnus and Ferv. And in the south, we have 3v2 in favor for Team 1 with Crazy Man, Kareem, and Azeros versus Team 2's Chaos and Ryguys. So advantage to Team 2 in the middle. advantage to Team 1 in the south, and then kind of just neutral in the north. Again, yeah, definitely traded blows. They did enough damage to one another. There had to have been call become action at that point. First upgrade that I have noticed going on the map here for Iceball to the north, it's a gun upgrade. And nothing really from Team 2 is nearby to really stop that, so that'll progress quite easily. We do see that now Adam is pushing in eastward and goes, oh, I have made definitely more mistakes than I needed to, and starts to fall back. We do see the comms are inbound. Oh, they're going to go for reclaim first. We do see Thoroughness takes a shot to the side as Adam just kind of walks on by. Gun started for Chaos Spire, so it looks like a little bit of mirroring-ish happening between the north and the south sections. We do see Tesla Max is going for his gun upgrade to the north. We do see Team 1 is pushing quite heavily into the splattering of mexes down here. Gun started for Kareem. We do see that Ryguys is pushing in all by his lonesome. He does have a couple of forces right next to him up here, but not close enough. Team 1 PD has been established. No one's going to be built. That probably will stop the comms movement once he gets there, if he notices it sooner rather than later. Stealth started for Team 1's Iceball to the north. And I will note, there's a lot of Cyberns in this game. Out of 12 players, there are 6 of them who are Cyberns. So telemasers are definitely going to be a worry for both teams. Gun almost done for Kareem, beating out Chaos Spire's upgrade. We have the gun upgrade progressing for Tesla Max, but we do see Iceball just pumping all of his mass into upgrades. He has gun done, he has stealth done, and he's more than halfway done to nano. Just full sending it with that comm. I do suspect, though, with how much he's putting into his comm this early, he might just become a target for Team 2 to eliminate. Because what's probably going to happen is he's going to push in, and then Team 2 is going to go absolutely not and try to sandwich him or do something, maybe get a 2v1 scenario sort of thing. Still started for Tesla Max. Looks like Iceball is done with his nano. Looked like he was going to start another one, but he canceled. Sensor Packer started for Moy to the north. T2 almost done for Chaos. We do see in the south, though, Ryguy is starting to be surrounded by Azuros' forces. Again, he pushed in all by his lonesome, and no gun on Azuros, but almost at 1-star Ved. We'll see if he'll let Ryguys escape or not. Technically, he has the everything lead on him. Looks like he is falling back to just let him get out of there. There's so much reclaim on this map. So much. Love to see it. Stealth starter for Tesla Max to the north. I will note the most mass I've ever seen in reclaim at one time on any game was yesterday's game at over 5 million. Yes, you heard me right. Not 500,000, not 750, not a million. 5 million mass on the map in reclaim. Granted, it was a Phantom game. If you haven't taken a look at the 2.5K subscriber thank you cast, that was yesterday's game. Very fun game. Crazy nonsense, as Phantom usually is. 12 players, so even more crazy nonsense. So, again, I really do appreciate all the support. If you haven't taken a look at that video, put it in your watch for later playlist, and or save for later. Is it save for later playlist? Maybe whatever the playlist is called, and then take a look at it later, or even right after this video. Who knows? But Team 2 loses Thurnis while I was blabbering about that other game. So Team 1's Adam looks like he just went whoop and wiped him out. It does look like he has a couple of hoplites that maybe assisted in that fight, and also some rhinos as well. So it looks like he just kind of got swarmed. Ferv did back up at some point. Looks like he is falling back at least a little bit near a base. We do see gun started for Ryguys, gun started for Crazy, gun started for Yoji, gun started for Moy, done with a sensor package upgrade. And we do see that Team 1's Iceball is pushing into Tesla's position. It's gun stealth versus gun and nano. So unless Tesla has some additional forces to try to back him up and just blitz through those hit points, Iceball will win the fight. He's sitting at 3,600. Iceball's at 64 with some veterancy. Bombers helping out a little bit, dropping to come to about 52. Overcharging, going to help drop those hit points a little bit. This could be a murder-suicide if Tesla isn't careful. We do see some assisting forces from Team 2's Yoji to assist, though, so that is helping out. 2,500 hit points in falling. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 11, 10. Oh, I don't think he's getting out of there. Looks like he's just going to try to go for the murder-suicide, but it's not going to matter because Tesla will survive this encounter, at least initially, and there he goes. And Ryguys is defeated at the exact same time as Iceball. So Team 2 loses Rygeist to the south. Team 1 loses Ice Balls to the north. And now at 12 minutes, it is a 4v5 in favor for Team 1. They've had the lead for a little bit now with the death of Thurnis, but now it's still the same lead at 5v4 instead of 6v5. And now it's a 2v1 in favor for Team 2 in the north, but to be fair, Moy does have double base now. In the south, we do see that the Blood Angel Red Calm of Chaos Spire has that double base, and looks like Ferv also has a double base. So 2 double bases for Team 2, 1 double base for Team 1. T2 starting here for Kareem. And I would not be surprised to see Chaos maybe fall back a little bit. It's now a 3v1, at least in terms of comms, not in terms of bases. TMD is online, already taken out a couple of mexes, so looks like that strategy is not going to work. It would have to probably upgrade to the Billy Nuke to make maybe a way for that. Ferv maybe starting to start that T2 Ferv cosplay support for Kareem. That's pretty funny. Looks like Ferv has 2 bases. I'm not looking good on red. TML Precursor says Ferv. Yep, because that's his T2 upgrade that he renamed. We do see some artillery being built using the verticality to his advantage and just punching into Team 2's position in the middle. Granted, there's not going to be a lot of troop movement down this middle part just because it is such an annoying way to navigate. Probably a Monkey Lord at the biggest, I would see. Crab, GC, it's just going to be a pain to walk through. A FAF Boy especially, so good luck with that. It would be a lot easier to just kind of lock out that section of the map. Maybe if Team 2, as an example, builds where Team 1 is, then shoots this way. But Team 1 has a good position. They're just shooting into all of the everything. The only downside, though, is that they can get hit from, several angles. They just have to be careful of any sort of swarm tactics. But to be fair, there is only 1 ramp up, so there is that going for them as well. We do see that momentum is shifting for Team 1 heavily with the movement of Crazy Man's Calm. We do see Azeros is going back home. He has Region Aura online. Engineer scouring the map for Recon. We have Kareem going, actually done with that T2 upgrade, just kind of hanging out in the front line for now. T3 starting here for Chaos. Maybe Billy Nuke for him. Looks like Tesla having some issues in the skies. I don't know if he was trying to get on a transport. It looks like a T2 once. Maybe he was trying to get out of there, but decides better of it. Or something was trying to blow him up. Something tried to happen, and it just either didn't work or didn't want to work or whatever. And now we see he started his nano upgrade. We do see Team 2's getting closer and closer to where Team 1 currently is in relative to Team 2's position, but Team 1 is progressing a little bit better in that regard. In terms of eco, it's pretty gosh darn close. It's, back and forth considerably in terms of who's actually in the lead. I do want to say it's probably a little bit in favor for Team 1, especially with all these mexes soon to be under their control. Team 2 is starting to kind of, spread out a little bit and grab those mexes to the north, but I think they're a little bit behind Team 1 in that game. But again, the numbers are constantly jumping, so it's really hard to keep track of who's really in the lead, at least as of right now. And at 15 minutes on the clock, again, it is a 5v4 in favor of Team 1. And in the south, we have Chaos Spire still getting pushed back. Crazy Man continuing to push. We have Percy's coming to assist him, and it looks like it gets mainly T2 forces here. So Crazy could easily get overwhelmed if he's not careful. If he keeps moving into range of Chaos's Percy's, which he's already done. He doesn't have Nano online. Percy's has his Calm dead to rights. 3,700 hit points and falling. Looks like he might charge into the Calm just to try to kill him off. Does he have eyes on him still? There goes some shots. Looks like they lost him for a moment. And, all the Percy's just landing shots into other stuff. There's a little bit of a hill there for a brief moment. And there goes the focus fire. And there goes Crazy Man's Calm. And now Chaos ties it up at 4v4. Looks like most likely it will go to Azeros. We'll probably get that base because he's right there. Could go technically to Kareem, but it's probably going to go to Azeros. And Kareem's probably going to go, yeah, I'm just going to start going home now. And T3 Air is online for 1 player. Maybe soon 2 players, maybe for Team 2, but at least 1. Team 1, it is 1. That's a huge air grid planned here for him. And maybe secondary 1 as well in the way of Azeros. Looks like everybody else is going for land. Team 2 is not pushing in as much as they maybe possibly could. It does look like Tesla's focusing a little bit more on eco. I mean, at least he's only on single base, to be honest, because that's just what his lot in life currently is. He's probably focused a little bit more on this, to be fair. There's a decent amount of TMD. No missiles, but only one artillery emplacement. I kind of find that a little odd that he's not going for at least maybe a little bit more tactical missile launcher or just even straight artillery, to be honest. Burf sitting underneath some shield coverage, hanging out. Still only T2 on board. His comm, he does have a chicken, and guess where that chicken is going? Well, I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. And we do see those Perseus are starting to fall back. That little charge of Perseus wiping out a comm. And Azuris is probably really happy that he went back to base. We do see some circling from Team 2. One of the 2 red comms. Looks like it's probably Chaos circling the the bases there. The brick does not stop the comm of Tesla, and there goes that lonely little brick. The hero brick is not in this game, unfortunately. And bricks, speaking of which, are pumping out some damage against the more inferior T1, T2 units from Team 2. And it looks like things have kind of stalled out considerably for Team 1 in the south. Again, with double base plus another player for Kareem running around here. Granted, he's focused on air, so really it's only 2 players. Looks like Team 1 just went, nope, we're going home now, and everything that could be ripped up and moved out has done so. We do see a couple of Vipers are like, oh, we went the wrong way home, whoopsies, and they're probably not going to last much longer. Definitely a good place to put in an Omni. In order to get to that, they have to go this way and then this way. So it's a nice, good placement there for Team 1. Team 2 has a similar... Actually, that's Team 1's placement as well. And Chicken looks like it's just going to send itself across the map. How is that navigation going? It's not terrible. It's not the best, but he's not really running into any environment, so it might be totally fine. And Ferb is punching his way through on land. Is that T2 missiles, or is that... What is that? Looks like that's a missile. Yep, that was a lovely attempt, but it was unfortunately not as well leading the shot, I should say. Laser is canceled for Yoji. He was progressing on it. Yeah, that's probably the right call. There was a decent amount of blazes, bricks, and whatnot. He probably could have been fine to just sit there and build the upgrade, but just in case, he might as well sacrifice that mass just to make sure that he survives longer. Definitely a smart play there. We do see the monkey is inbound now from via Adam. Looks like he's going to go southward to intercept the monkey. Now would be the chicken. That would be a perfect time for that chicken to do a 180 and go that way now, but I don't think Team 2 is, not aware of anything of where that experimental is headed. And again, in a 1v1 fight, the chicken will win that fight against the Monkey Lord, but it looks like Team 1 maybe has a little bit more T3 than Team 2 does, maybe about even or so. We do see one Natha is not going to do a whole lot. ASFs are inbound from Ferv, and they might help out a little bit. And Team 2's Yoji is killed out by Mui's forces. I thought he'd be fine over there, but I guess not. Team 1 is steamrolling through comms at this point. And there's the chicken versus the monkey fight. The chicken gets the initial damage on the monkey. The slow shot does miss. That will help the monkey stay alive a little bit longer at least. The chicken, ooh, it's moving. It's bobbing and weaving. Probably not the best thing to do. And that monkey will get out of range before the ions drum activates. So nice win there. And the chicken had the initial engagement, but just looks like its gun got distracted a little bit. Oh, but the monkey went backwards. Oh, that's unfortunate. It is on Team 1 side of the map, though, to be fair. So it's not a total loss, but it is unfortunate. He could have avoided that kill, but I guess it was already heavily damaged, to be fair. So it saves him from control K-ing it. You can just scoop it up, funnel into another monkey, or even just a crab, which he's building. No, that's a monkey. No, never mind. 22 minutes almost on the clock. Do we see any sort of SMD coverage or nuke cut? Oh, there's one almost done there. Lovely to see that. Is there at least one over here for the time being? Because you could probably put one right about there somewhere. It would cover those 4 bases. Not all of the 4 bases, but a huge chunk of them. I don't see anything as of yet. Team 2, do we have any sort of coverage in the SMD department? No, nothing built yet. Another chicken is coming online. This one is already online. Looks like transferred immediately over to Tesla Max. Looks like some units are now inbound to reclaim the middle of the map for Team 1. Tactical Nuke has been started for Caspar. He's the first one to go for Billy Nuke. He has T3 on board, so progressing quite nicely there. Chicken is inbound from Azuros now, and it is now a 4v3 game once again in favor for Team 1. So that means I've missed every kill on Team 2. I've missed Ryoji, I've missed Rygey's, and I've missed Thurnis. I did capture Iceball's death, and I did capture Crazy Man's death, so looks like in terms of keeping track of stuff, I'm 2 for 2 for Team 1 and 0 for 3 for Team 2. Batting average is not great right now. Those forces are still inbound, though, from Team 1. I don't know how far they'll push in, especially with that chicken now soon to be done. And that chicken is done. Looks like he's just handing over all of the experimentals at this point. Are you just trying to burn mass? Not burn mass, but just spend? It looks like he's just trying to spend mass at this point. He could build more air facilities, to be fair. Looks like an SMD little template is being built. I do love that it does come with PD. And there's no TMD, but it does come with AA. So Team 1 PD for teledefense, AA for a little bit of gunship or bomber annoyance, but just maybe just a couple of TMD just in case. At least a couple at bare minimum. Hey, Billy Nuke is inbound, but way too late to fire. It's not really going to hit a whole lot, to be honest. It might clip a couple of bricks and Othams, but not really as optimal location-wise. It should have, again, hindsight's 20/20 and whatnot, and he is retreating. I do not blame him because there's a chicken with veterancy as well. He does have a lot of Percy's and bricks, to be fair, so he could try to maybe not necessarily one tap, but do a lot of damage to the chicken. But again, with his comms specifically, probably not the best idea. There is a brick on the transport. He could get on that transport if he can get over here, maybe have the transport drop. But that chicken is inbound though from the east. That might be enough. Team 1 maybe has spotted it. They did spot it, and they go, absolutely not. But the units are actually falling back right into where the Billy Nuke has been placed. This is going to be a lovely one. Boom! Right at the feet of the chicken. Wipes out a chunk of the T3 forces. Some nice placement there. Redeems himself for that initial. I mean, the initial one wasn't bad. It just wasn't as well placed as it could have been. But the second one was really good. It looks like the comms, specifically Azuros, is just in a weird spot on the map. Nothing near him. No engineers. No nothing. Just in a weird spot, which I guess if I was on Team 2, would not think to look there. But they do know where he is, so it's not like he's hidden from Team 2. They do know he's there. Team 1, looks like they know where 2 of the 3 comms are. Where is Tesla Max? He's up there. So yeah, because he has some radar jamming with that stealth upgrade. They can't find him, at least as of right now. So the benefit of being a Cybern, I guess. Another Billy Nuke is going to land. Oh, that's going to hurt. Not as much. Oh, it gets redirected by the Loyalists. Nice use of technology there. That's an interesting name. T3 Moroccan bottle rocket for Kareem. Is that supposed to be T3 and then Billy Nuke? Yeah. Oh, the ASFs get out of range. Okay, well, there goes Chaos Spire, about half of his hit points. That's not going to feel good. He gets circled by somebody on Team 1, I guess. Chaos Spire does get hit by his own Billy Nuke. Billy me again. He's like, do it. You won't do it. I dare you. Like, do it. Come here. Throw that at me again and see what happens. He's just taunting him at this point. Well, he's not going to do it because he knows the Loyalist is there. The only 2 units in the game that have that ability are the Loyalist and the Siren. The Siren is not in this game because that's a naval unit. And there is no water on this map at all. So only unit is the Loyalist. Gunship starting to stack up a little bit further south. Maybe... I don't know if they're going to try to snipe the comm. I feel like that'd be very funny if they did. But I don't think that's going to happen. There is 2 chickens. There are 2 chickens. 1 chicken from Team 2. And there are a decent mix of Percy's and bricks, though. Maybe not enough to one-tap the chicken, but enough to really hurt it. These other units need to engage one another. Chickens are going to stand still for a moment, and if the missiles are targeting the chickens, that's going to do very well, which they're not. The forces are inbound. Billy Nuke is inbound. That'll help clean up a little bit of that other T3 assistance. Are all the Loyalists gone? Which they are, at least not out of range. There goes a decent chunk of forces for Team 1. The Ion Storm does activate on top of a couple of units from Team 2. And those Perseus and Bricks need to engage. Oh, this can do. A little bit of taunting between the two teams. Love to see that. And it's friendly taunting. It's not aggressive in any means. There goes one chicken, just absolutely annihilated by Bricks and Perseus. And looks like, oh, no, there's the Perseus. I was like, did they all get killed off? But no, they're dealing with it. Second chicken is down. And honestly, in terms of trading, Team 1 did not get a good shake on the trade. That's for sure. 2 chickens for 1. Lots of forces dead. Near Team 2's front line. Yeah, not a good trade there. In terms of eco, Team 1 has just absolutely rocketed into first place. 2,000 versus 1.5. That makes me think it's power related. No, and no. In terms of Team 1, no. Oh, that one is going to drop here real quick. And he barely saved it, it looks like. But no, that is generated. That is authentic generated eco for Team 1. That's a little scary at 27 minutes. Because that makes me think Nuke, artillery, maybe game ender, maybe at this point. Looks like they're not thinking of that way just yet. Just still stupidly large air grid. And again, it can work. It's just super cascadable. It's just very risky. I do like how there's a little bit of a hole here where a T2 pigeon was. So you can put a shield there to protect the T3 air course. You can put a shield there. A couple of corner shields. And you could cover the base. Probably not entirely, but pretty darn close to the entirety. Gunships running around the map here for Team 2. Some of them have names. I think that means Satyr, I think is how you say that name. Trifing and Teus. Maybe he's a fan of, I don't even know what mythology or whatever that be. Is that a Billy Nuke? Is that Billy Nuke come back? Oh, that Billy Nuke's coming back. Oh, that's awkward for Chaos. Well, he's regened his hit points back up to safe levels so that if he does get counter Billied or himself Billy or redirected Billy or ricocheted Billy. Hey, ricocheted Billy. That's what I'm going to say. He should be fine. Right, he will be fine. He has some Team D to protect him. And looks like there's already a Team D shooting at that one. Reclaim already happening for him. Love to see that. And the... that's hilarious. I think that's a Billy Nuke that he redirected, that Team 1 redirected? Maybe? That's what it looked like. Because it went such a weird angle. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I think that's the... Yeah, because that's a redirect from Team 2 going back to Team 1. That's why it takes such that long path. So it looks like the Loyalist... Oh, Billy Nuke lands down there. But he fired at Billy Nuke and went this way. And then the Loyalist redirected it back onto him. And then the Loyalist from him redirected it back to the Loyalist who fired at him. That's an interesting combo. I don't think I've ever seen a tennis match from Billy Nukes. And now we see, oh no, but the TMD should be fine. No worries there. But that would be unfortunate if he lost all of his engineers. He wouldn't die though. He'd be fine. He'd be hurting though. And there is no... Oh no, there's another Loyalist here. So another redirect. I don't understand. Oh, they maybe went out of range. Oh, he definitely went out of range with that one. And he doesn't get... Wow. Barely singed. Not even an inconvenience. Another Billy Nuke is inbound, but shielding plus TMD equals no thank you. And there went that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Chicken is down in the south, pushing northward. There's a lot of open area for Team 2 to exploit. And there is the UEF thing that we love / hate to see. It's almost probably as hated as dual gap or loved as dual gaps. The satellite from the UEF side of things. Strat bombers are somewhere. I hear them. They're not on Team 2 that I can see. So it looks like it's on Team 1. Yep, there it is. Going after the chicken. Chicken's just sitting there. Satellite is going to, of course, be targeting this giant nonsense of an air grid. Definitely good job targeting some of the shielding. So that way you can start preventing some protection mechanics, whatnot. We do see a large group of bricks going after a GC that kind of probably went this way. There is a Megawith, though, so while they're facing off with the threat behind them, there's a threat in front of them that is definitely concerning. And those bricks are like, yeah, we're going to get out of there. And that Monkey Lloyd's like, nope, thank you, goodbye, bye. Shield is coming online for Team 1's Moy. He has the regular one going for the the heavy shield now. Team 1 going for their own satellites. And Strat Bomber, terrible, but not looking good. It's flying over some Cougar territory, so that's never fun. At least for some, I guess. Second satellite starting here for Ferv. Do you have Billy Nuke? Where are you? There you are. No, why do you not have Billy Nuke? That's like your calling card. That's like your thing. That's unfortunate. But then you got to shake it up. Sometimes you can't be known as the Billy Nuke guy because the other team is just going to know, oh, that's Ferb. He's going to build a Billy Nuke. We'll build SMDs. TMDs and call it a day, and they're done. Or if you're known for the nuke, it's like, oh, we'll build SMDs a little bit earlier and not have to worry about it. That kind of thing. Chicken v chicken fight. No veterancy one way or the other. The Billy Nuke is going to help. Nothers are going to help. Trade? Question mark? There goes the shot on the chicken. 23 versus... Oh, it's close. It might be just Ion Storm territory at that point, especially with them hugging. Yeah, it's just going to be mad, mutually assured destruction. That chicken does survive, but crash damage a little bit plus more explosion damage actually from the Ion Storm. Yep, and melee dead. At some point, Kareem, you have to fight air, says Moy. That's a lot. Wow, that's a lot of ASFs for Team 1. They're currently sitting at 270. Ferv is currently sitting at 208. So definitely in the lead for Team 1. It's air dominance territory for them. And in terms of the game overall, Team 1 still in the lead for Eco. We haven't seen a huge jump. It's pretty much been about the same. Has there been any power issues between the two teams? No. Looks like somebody Billy nuked the reclaim, so that's always fun. So no one gets it. No one gets the reclaim. No one gets it. If I can't have it, no one can. Team 2, are you looking at power? Oh, okay. I was going to say, because the... Oh, wow. Yeah, Chaos Spire is hurting. Verb and Tesla Max are fine. Because I was going to say, Team 2 and Team 1 are at the same amount of mass. That strikes me as a little odd after 6 minutes or so, but because Chaos Spire's eco is hurting for the power, so... Which... kind of... looks like he's better now. Well, GC's not being built for Team 1, sending this way. It looks like they're just coming from the north. There is that Megalith there running amok. There's a FAF where their air fight will happen over the mountains here, and I don't know who had the initial good turn. I think Team 1 did, and even if they didn't, I mean, they did still have the numbers. We do see some ASFs online for Chaos, a couple, not a lot, but a couple. And yeah, that's a clean sweep. Again, Kareem started with 270. He drops only about 100, so that's a 2-to-1 kill death ratio. Nice grab there from Kareem. Again, actually, it's technically a little bit better than that, but we don't know the exact number that they started with, to be fair. So we'll just say 2-to-1 and wrap it up there. Second satellite online for Ferv. First satellite half done for Kareem. We do see that Azuros is being hit. T3 land headquarters for Cybertech is going to be lost for Azuros, which means no more loyalists for him. Oh, target changes. That's a little unfortunate because that headquarters would have died. That is a little unfortunate. More air grid for Ferv, trying to recoup his losses in that. More mass fabs as well. More chicken. Just it's not stopping the chicken farm, that's for sure. And then looks like 2 megawatts back to back here for Team 2's Tesla. And he's getting pretty close on that northern side to Moy's front line, at least where his main bases are. We do see there's 2 GCs just waiting. Shh, they're waiting. They're being quiet. They're being sneaky. They're trying to roll a stealth, but looks like they move out of cover anyways. A stealth roll, and they didn't get advantage with it, but maybe even disadvantage because they actually walked into their opponent. And first Mega will probably die. I say probably because it's at 33,000 and that GC's almost at about the same. But there's a Billy Nuke inbound. Is that from Team 2? Is that Billy Nuke inbound? That's not a regular nuke, is it? Shouldn't be. Oh yeah, it's from Team 1, but it was landing where... Oh, maybe the reclaim. Another Billy Nuke lands down there. Yeah, it looks like it's going after reclaim, essentially saying, hey, if I can't have the mass, then no one can have it kind of thing. Which, again, is not a bad idea. And Billy nukes are not super expensive, so it would be a way to kind of limit that. But in terms of total mass on the map, it's at 460. And again, it's everywhere, but it's now mainly on the southwestern side. There is a chunk here, and of course a chunk there. But Team 2 owns that chunk for the most part. Team 2 owns that chunk for the most part. Team 1 owns that chunk to the south for the most part. So Reclaim is not only currently favoring Team 2, but will continue to favor Team 2 as the game progresses for now. Tons of Team 1 spam facilities, probably for Medusa, I would imagine, distracting the shots from the Megalith. Smart play there. Stop Mega Done, says Thurnis, saying, hey, stop moving forward because that Mega's going to kill you. We do see a Fat Boy maybe starting to make some progress this way, but again, it's just going to be kind of a tight environment. It's not the best place to be at if you're a Fat Boy. Looks like shielding going to be built a lot of the places here for Ferv. I don't see any big, exciting, big-ticket items yet for Team 2. Team 1, shielding, doing decently well. T3 landing quarters did eventually get killed off. He's not going to rebuild it. He's focusing on T3 air units, being some strats. He has locked access to his, again, Cybern facility, but his Seraphim one's still down. Ooh! Artillery in the southwestern section of the map. You wouldn't expect it there, so nice move there from Azuros. And we do see some T3 mexes being eliminated by the satellites. Looks like Moy's having some cash flow issues. Megalith is hurting. It's at 1-star vet. This Megalith is starting to hurt a little bit more, but it's at 0-star vet. There's a lot of Reclaim up here. We do see constant strat bombing from Team 1, going after whatever roaming units Team 2 sends through. I don't know what their plan is in terms of how to end the game because it's almost closing in on 37 minutes. Let me know down in the comments if you think is going to currently win this game. Of course, if you haven't, because, again, why not at this point? Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And, again, another shout-out to that 2.5K thank you cast. Such a fun game. It gets very, very hectic towards the latter half of the video, so just be aware of that. I really do appreciate all the time and attention you give not only to this one, but every video or any video that you watch. I really, really do appreciate it, so thank you. Hopefully you're enjoying this 6v6 custom on nice little map gen. But that chicken is not having a fun time running right into the midst of all of those units. Again, that is, to be fair, if you're going to lose the unit anyways, you might as well try to take something with you if you can not get it out of there. If you can't get it out of there, it's better to just get it out of there. But Strat Bombers are inbound. That's probably going to be a win for Team 1 in terms of Fat Boy kills. It's going to take 2 more passes. The missiles are definitely going to help with the shielding. Yep. Maybe just... Well, it's still going to be 2 passes because the hit points... Oh, sorry, the hit points, but there's only 4 bombers. ASFs are inbound, but they're going to get cut off at the passes. Now 5 bombers. That will be an only 1 pass affair in terms of killing off the Fat Boy if they decide to engage again, which looks like maybe. Adam has finished the laser going for gun. So, wait, what? Oh, gun is done in 4 seconds. Oh, okay, never mind. He already went for it. Ferv need mass, and he's in the reclaim field. Teleporter has been started by Kareem? No, that's by Adam. He's probably gonna go for the air grid. He might try to snipe right here if he knows where. He's probably gonna go after the satellites and the SMD, kind of get a 2-for-1 combo there. He does know where the comm of Ferv is. There is that. Strat Bombers are not going after the Fatty. They are heading northward to go after the Megalith. It's constant warfare up here between all. Look at them. There's 2 megas there, 2 megas there. That's 5 there, 6 with that. We have 3 GCs there. There's been so much mass been sent up here by both teams to go after all these units. Not a lot of AA from Team 2, so this is a big, big win. And the ASFs are kind of acting as a nice little screen. Ferv's ASFs are going to get nowhere, and that's going to be a big, big win for Team 1 in the north there. 4 little Y symbols, some Yathothas, and 1 artillery piece half done almost for a second one. He's going in for that comm? Oh, he's almost done with the teleporter. That's what it is. It's like, oh, he's already done. Nope, not done yet. And this AA being built back there. Going for the flag, because the gunships are going to take a little bit longer to move out of range, so they can do a little bit more AoE damage. We have bouncers also inbound. Engineers being dropped out for reclaim purposes. AA is now being targeted. Team 1 pushing in with their engineers to get their side of the reclaim. Billy Nuke lands where the chickens are trying to run amok. We do see the satellites are now moving southward to probably intercept that artillery piece down there. FAF himself is not being targeted. Looks like it's the satellites plus the air grid being targeted. The teleporter is done, has not been engaged yet. Second Mega will die here pretty shortly from the gunships. It's still a huge threat from those gunships from Team 1. They are the best kind to go after ground units, those bouncers. And look at this. We have bangers here. We have bouncers here really eating up the hit points. Again, 6,000 hit points, 6,600 hit points is a lot. The truth, it looks like they're going to cut their losses. Happy with the 2 experimental deaths. And then call it a day. There are some ASFs down here. There is a chicken, and the Calm of Chaos is on a transport. Yeah, nope. He saw the strats and went, absolutely not. Oh, there's that second artillery piece and the chicken. The chicken has to go here. Team 1 is only going to... Zeros is only going to send 1. That'll be more than enough to intercept the 1 from Team 2. Nice, again, distribution. Instead of sending all 4 that way, he just sends 1. And that way it's more than enough to deal with it. Even if it gets close, that's not going to kill it off, at least you would hope. The artillery is starting to chew through some of the shielding near Tiss on Max's position. He's just standing in a not good spot, to be honest. 40 minutes and climbing. And Team 1, do you have anything else in terms of big-ticket items? That satellite finally gets done, I might add. No Mexes are being rebuilt to the north. Looks like, they're being rebuilt now, but still. And Billy Nuke lands, kills off the pigeons and everything else down here. Third artillery has now been started for Team 1's Zeros. And he was able to sneak in at least 1 Billy Nuke, but he does have 3 fatties online. Looks like the chicken might be going after the Calm. He probably will die there, to be honest, if he doesn't get out of there soon. Transport is nearby. If he wants to get out of there now, is probably the time. The ASFs are just make me very cautious, very, very antsy. Shielding is starting to collapse around the satellites and the air grid. Looking good for Team 2. Engagements to the north. We still have just... It will not stop up there, will it? In terms of reclaim, we have 400,000 to 340. Another Billy Nuke lands on top of the shielding, but the Calm gets picked up by the transport. Almost gets killed off, I might add. There is a Natha shooting at the transport. Oh, he has to get out of there. He has to get out of there. The gunship's going to help him out a little bit with that, but... that's not great. Makes me anxious just watching it. And Fat Boy gets killed off, but to be fair, they did kill off 3 chickens with that, so 3-to-1 trade. Definitely take that trade every day of the week. And there's still the 2 artillery pieces to contend with. That is becoming a bigger problem. The shielding is down, to be fair. How's Azurus' power doing? Not good. And that satellite is targeting Mexes, not this. That is very unfortunate. Needs to fix that sooner rather than later. That last remaining chicken that tried to snipe Chaos Spire's Calm is not looking great. It might be lucky enough to kill off that fatty, but might be in the keyword in that statement 100%. Oh, nope, not enough. And looks like, again, a little bit of spy planning going down for Team 2. How's the intelligence gathering? Team 1 pretty much knows where everything is, especially with the satellite over here. Team 2, they pretty much know where everything is, and they have eyes on the artillery. But again, could have probably taken out the shield generators at a bare minimum when they were down. And that artillery is going to be denied. I mean, there's a P-gen that you could hit. There's another P-gen you could hit. He probably just wants to deny the construction of a new one. An explosion in the east. Via kills off FAF with the Telemazer Calm. Going after Mexes now. And we have an explosion to the north. It's another Billy Nuke. So Team 2 is now down to 2 players. Artillery is going to rip Team 2 a new one here shortly. And the satellite's going to be brought back to base. Because of just the fact of how they work. And now they're going to get shot at here shortly. And he does get out of there. So Adam gets a kill and he gets out of there. The only unfortunate thing is that this western side, northern side, western side, this side of the map is... It's still a huge back and forth. Again, we see a lot more AA. Those gunships are going to do not probably a whole lot of damage, to be honest. Because those missiles are inbound and they're going to rip every gunship apart here real quick. Again, they will do some damage to the AA, to be fair, but not like they did earlier. It's going to be not a... Oh, yeah, look at that. Not a fun time. Another explosion happened somewhere. Another Billy Nuke. Looks like they were going after Soul Reaper. No, it's the death of Chaos. I missed another... Oh, my goodness. I'm missing all of the kills on the Team 2 side of the map. It's now just Tesla. I might want to keep my little, middle mouse on him just in case. And all those gunships are pretty much dealt with, but most of the land forces have been dealt with. At least the experimentals. Move in, says Chaos. Yeah, he's being hit by artillery. That's never fun. There's 3 of them? What else is shooting? Oh, that's just mobile artillery. I was like, there are like 4 of them shooting at him. Now everything on Team 2 is owned by Tesla Max. 44 minutes on the clock. Would that... Oh, the bug finally got killed off, it looks like. Or it just went home, one or the other. Honestly, probably just went home. Ah, it looked like it just went home. Man, look at that. 4 experimentals idle, says Thurnis. There's so much to manage. At Tesla Max, I mean, he has 4 players to kill off. It's not going to go well for him. We have bouncers and optims and loyalists moving into range of the fatty. We have T2 artillery trying to be spammed up. We have 6 fatties down here. Some of them will die 1,000% because the optims are right here. And there is that chicken inbound. Yeah, that's 1 fatty dead. That's going to be 2 fatties dead. That's going to be 3 fatties dead at a bare minimum. No, only 1, but still. Yeah, all the air grid is being chopped up to bits. 45 minutes on the clock and climbing. It's just not looking good for Team 1. Oh, sorry, for Team 2. It just isn't. Not looking good. And again, they're taking their time a little bit, which is fair, but it's giving Team 1 time to prep at least a little bit. Comm of Tesla has been spotted by the satellite, you would imagine at this point. Oh, yeah, they know where he is. And there are 2 bugs waiting to just come say hi. Billy Nuke is inbound from... What was that? That is Kareem, but doesn't really hit much. And there's a lot of emphasis on just build experimental. Looks like 1 fatty has fallen back, or did they lose another one? I think there was 6 here. I only see 5. Where'd the other one go? They definitely didn't reclaim them that fast. And here comes the ASF fight. Oh, not good. There is some AA for Team 2, though. But I don't think it's going to matter. Those bugs are the main annoyance, especially going after the comm. Oh, they're inbound for the comm. Yeah, he's not going to look good. His AA needs to just really kick it into high gear. I don't know. ASFs have cleaned up the ASFs for Team 2. Oh, Satellite almost got hit by that artillery piece. That would have been fun to watch. Shielding is going to be assisted, but not enough. Tesla, oh no. 46 minutes on the clock. Oh, he's trying to teleport out of there maybe, but it's not going to matter. Oh, he gets out at the last second. It's not a kill technically, but it doesn't matter. It was going to be a kill nonetheless. Team 1 wins the game at 46 minutes, 21 seconds. And, I mean, yeah, complimenting each other on both sides. We see Maury saying, hey, great job with the mega. Great job on top. Those megas are annoying. And Tesla's like, yeah, they're so good. But I think a little bit, it came down to 8 p.m. Once Ferv died off, I mean, it was just boom, boom, boom right after that. But there was a long stint of just nobody dying. But I was able to capture at least the last kill, air quotes, on Team 2. I missed everybody else. I missed Ferv and Chaos and Yoji and Thurnis and Rye Guys. But that's just how the game goes sometimes. Team 1 wins the game. Let me know down in the comments who you think deserves MVP. The defense in the North did such a good job. It was a large back and forth. But I think all of this focus from both Maury and from Adam sending forces up here to deal with this or hold the line. If this had cracked, Maury would have lost. His position probably would have died. Maybe Adam would have lost his position. And then it would have been maybe a 2-player versus maybe 2 to 3 players. Because Adam probably would have still gotten the kill on Ferv. But the point being, it just, again, partly came down to APM, and I think partly just Team 1 had so much of a head start on Eco that by the time Team 2 caught up, it particularly just, it just kind of became a standstill, and Team 1 won that standstill. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, thank you so much for watching. I know I do miss stuff sometimes with this video a lot of times, so I appreciate the patience with that. Again, really do appreciate all the time and attention you give to these videos, and I will see all of you in the next one.